How's it going? Welcome back to CentialGames. We are back with a short, scary story reading. We haven't done this in quite some time. I got a call from some random number. Whoa, I meant to view the contact, not... Okay, I almost got him back. Oh, well. Let me just get rid of that. Okay, this is going off great. Well, okay. So, we're back. It's been a while. It's been almost a year since I was doing these. Last time I did one of these is like 11 months, or it'd be a little bit over 10 months, because I did continue a little bit into November of 2017. But anyway, we're back. It's been some time. We're gonna get into this, but before I do, I want to say why the schedule is a bit erratic. Like, I was supposed to switch back to daily uploads the 15th of last month. I believe it was, yeah, it would have been the 15th of last month, but I've kind of continued with it, and the reason for that is, I never really mentioned my age before, but I'm a senior in high school, and I've just started, and I've kind of been focusing on work because obviously it's my senior year, and I've been a little bit stressed, to say the least, because I thought I was ready to, I thought I already had like a plan on what I was going to do, but like now that it actually has come to it, things are kind of changing, and I've been a bit stressed about it. And so, like, taking the time to sit and think through these, like, taking just this little bit of extra time to think about it, it's really helps with a lot of things. And so, I'm kind of like, it's just me taking a bit of extra time. I do want to bring back daily uploads. I do. And stuff. It's just, I might take a few more weeks. Like, I hate like having less content out there. It's just, I might take a few more weeks, just so I can get things, like, just get the idea of things into place. I don't know why I never really said my age before. I don't know. But okay, that being said, okay, there we go. Okay. That being said, whoops, I did not mean to do that. I did something stupid. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. There we go. How did I even do that? How I do that? I don't know. Alright. But, that being said, now that I've got that out of the way, we're going to continue. We're going to actually get to the reading of the short, scary story, of the part of the reading of the short, scary story. That would have been great if I didn't stutter. But number 1, this was posted 2 hours ago. Arsenic Green is what their name is. This is a new one, which I had to resort to Reddit, because I don't know. I was going through all the websites, because I used to do these so often. It's hard to find websites I haven't already gone to, and it doesn't help the fact that my internet history has been cleared since then. And so, I have no idea which websites I went to. There's no, like, indicator. Or maybe it wasn't because it was cleared. Maybe it just doesn't save. Like, the indicator doesn't save for that long. Because, almost a year. But anyway, this is called Sick Rick. Rick, already messing up. Well, I'm assuming I'm gonna mess up. Oh, never mind. Now that I actually look at the last name, I realize it's actually really easy to pronounce. So, Rick Carmichael oozed sleaze. It was just the way he carried himself. From the way he greased his sandy blonde hair back into a taut ponytail, to the PSSYWGN vanity plate on his '84 Chevy Camaro. One look at him and you knew the type of guy you were dealing with. Things changed around summertime. Rick went through a phase when he'd take random guys off from work, calling in sick, or random days. Where did I get guys from? Random days off from work, calling in sick, giving the boss a headache. He'd do this at least twice a week. Wow, that'll get you fired. Real quick. It didn't matter to him that he'd run out of sick leave. His uselessness knew no bounds. But we were short-staffed at the dealership and couldn't afford to lose anyone. So he stayed on. Okay, well, that explains it. Okay. In real life, you'd be fired pretty quickly. They'd catch on to you and be like, nah, you go. You go. You're done. Okay. Then something worse happened. Rick started showing up to work every single day. Those random days he used to request off weren't lies. He was clearly unwell, though nobody could rule out drug use. You could see it in the way his complexion changed. Skin deathly pale, dark circled eyes all zoned out. And it made those of us around him extremely uncomfortable. When I asked when he even bothered to show up some days, he just shrugged and said, "Alimony." I started feeling bad for the guy, whether he was deathly ill or just coming into work all fucked up. It hurt to watch him try to power his way through a 9-hour workday under those conditions, having to satisfy a vindictive ex with alimony payments might have been all the motivation he needed, though. The boss seemed convinced that Rick was on drugs. But when it came down to it, he decided that indefinite sick leave was the way to go. I'm sure he would have fixed Rick's ass if the prospect of another lawsuit didn't already have him shitting his pants. Rick didn't even respond when the boss informed him of his decision. He just weakly rose from the desk chair and staggered his way out of the building. When I arrived home that evening, my wife had the television set to the national news. Tucked into the bottom corner of the frame was an image of Rick. "Isn't that your co-worker?" my wife asked. I detected a bit of panic in her voice. I watched as the words flickered across the television. "Powdered substance found at the scene." I rolled my eyes. "Yep, that's Rick. He's a real shit for brains." "That poor man," my wife said. I glanced at her for a moment and noticed the tears streaming down her cheeks. I looked back up to the television screen as more words colored bars flickered on and off. Rick Carmichael, 37, found dead in Westlake residence. Disgruntled ex-spouse accused of slowly poisoning former husband over time. And when the breaking news ticker flashed the following words, an icy chill enveloped my body. Trace amounts of anthrax detected at local car dealership. Whoa! Okay, that took an unexpected turn. I actually thought it was going to be drugs. It really pointed to that and stuff. Just the way, it was putting everything, like grease, sandy blonde hair, and a ponytail. The '84 Chevy Camaro. It almost had, like, if you've ever read the book or seen the movie The Outsiders, that's kind of what I was imagining then, honestly. So it really took an unexpected turn for it. It really did take an unexpected turn, but that was good. All right, this one was 20 hours ago. It's called The Last Hitchhikers from. It's posted by Lurking Horror Writer. I guess I don't know how Reddit works. I'm assuming these are upvotes, 495. The last one had like 30 something, but then again it only was up for a couple hours. So, there's something familiar about the girl walking along the side of the road. Maybe it's her clothes or the way she wears her hair. Maybe you've just done this so many times that they've all started to blur together. It doesn't matter either way. You know how this ends. You pull up beside the girl and ask where she's heading. She takes a long time to answer you, scanning your face and the interior of your car, searching for the weapon you'll use to kill her. The tarp you'll bundle her up, the tools you'll use to dismember the body. You smile innocently. You're no amateur. Her eyes snap back to you, and she tells you the name of some nearby town you vaguely recall. You tell her you know exactly where that is. In fact, you're heading there right now. Does she need a lift? The girl looks down at the road, but you know there's no other car heading this way. The road is miles from anything. She finally nods and climbs into the car. You tell her not to bother with the seatbelt and drive on. You make a few turns as you drive deeper and deeper down the back roads. Each time you assure her that it's just a shortcut. Each time the excitement keeps building. Wow, this is going to be a murderer. You want to do it now, but you need to get past the old bridge. Just far enough away from everything so that there's no one to hear the screams. Yep. Treating the speed limit as little more than a suggestion, you reach the bridge and speed past it. The old creek below is dried up and overgrown, the perfect place to hide a body. With practiced ease, you slam on the brakes, flinging the girl forward. There's a satisfying crunch as her face connects with the dashboard. Before she can recover, you've reached underneath the seat, pulled out the knife, and plunged it into her back. She doesn't scream. There's not even any blood. Your confusion turns to terror as she springs out of her seat, driving her knee into your stomach, wrapping her hands around your throat. This close, you're finally able to place her. First hitchhiker you ever picked up. She's stronger in death than she ever was in life. You scream, but this far away from everything. No one is around to hear. Wow. That is not what I expected. Like, I'm just kind of scrolling through the comments. I normally do this. I forgot to do it with the last one. But I'm seeing other people, I'm seeing a lot of people saying, there's one here. Nice, or great twist. Great job. Totally did not see this coming. And then great story about how obsession can make one blind is the rest of that one. Yeah, that's good. There's some good comments here. But yeah. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like doing these. I think we've got about enough time for one more, depending on the link. Let's see this. Oh, this isn't too bad. A lot of these aren't like that long, or not as long as like some of them from like the last time. Like there was one where the entire video was just one story and stuff. But like things have changed apparently. Apparently there's a limit on the words you can have on this. What are these things called? They're like subreddits? What is this? I don't know Reddit. I don't have a Reddit account. It's just as confusing as something that's extremely confusing. Great. Okay, you know what? Let's just continue on. That was a good comparison. Great comparison. That's the CentialGames way. Oh, this one's 6 hours ago. What? Oh, I guess they're not in order by publishing date. This one's called... this one's by Slater TC1. I'm assuming it's Slater. It's Slater. Considering it has the word slate in it, with just an R at the end, I'm assuming it's Slater. That's only my logical standpoint on that. I watch sitcoms at midnight, and I do not laugh, is the name of this. Well, okay. I sit with drooping eyes in the dark, fixed on the television screen ahead. On the show, a gawkish boy asked about his crush. Asked out his crush. He's slapped by her and left rubbing his cheek dumbly, like it's some clown act. Ha ha ha, comes back the audience refrain. and their laughter sounds robotic. I change channel. Now here's the fool of the group who always ends up the butt of his friend's jokes. In a cheap gag, his hand slips from the railing mid-speech and he falls over on the side of the boat into the lake below. Ha ha ha, they scream louder. I take a long chug from my beer as I flick through the channels. For some minutes, I sift through it and nothing amuses me. Nothing makes me laugh. Not so much as a chuckle. I'm in a dangerous mood. Oh great, is this gonna be another, like, murderer or, like, someone who, like, hurts someone or something? Here's another one. There's this guy at a crowded party, and he's a bit of a wallflower. Every time he tries to approach someone, they take one look at him and walk off, much to his frustration. This happens 3 times in total before one of his friends swaggers in from stage right and slaps him on the back. Crash! I hurl my bottle at the television and it breaks. Obscenities pour from my mouth like a hot bile, and there are violent thoughts running through my head. This person is absolutely insane. That's my theory. Either that or they're drunk. Behind me I hear loud thumps and muffled noises. He'll be waking up now. I take a few deep breaths before getting up. I go through the door to my garage and turn on the ceiling light. He's in the middle of the room, strapped to a chair and duct taped. Oh, yep, they're insane. What's the matter with you, Bob? Been crying? Did your balls finally fall off? I taunt. No? Oh well, I promise you're gonna be losing something tonight, huh? He sobs a bit. I know you must be telling yourself that this is all gonna be over soon. Probably think you're gonna make it back to your wife and kids just in time for supper tomorrow. But let's not fool ourselves. It ain't that easy. I inspect the table and slowly taking my time, peruse my instruments, enjoying the way the man's eyes bulge. Bingo. I pick up a hefty butcher's knife. The blade glints. I move towards him. Finally, I take off the duct tape. Now the real entertainment, I thought to myself gleefully when I hear his first screams. This is definitely going to make me laugh. That was surprising. Someone in the comments is also agreeing with me. Hey, I enjoyed this quite a lot, especially how you moved from the first part about the comedies to the second part. It surprised me too. It's duct tape though. Oh, they're just fixing the spelling. Oh, did they change that though? Because I didn't see it say like duck like the animal. Maybe they did change it. Where was that? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, they did change it. I was gonna say I never noticed that, but I didn't notice it because it wasn't there. I didn't see any duck animal things. Alright, well that's gonna be it for this one. I'll probably do something like this eventually. I know for sure I will in October. I'm going to be doing in October what I did October 2017, I think, where I'm going to do a lot of Halloween-based things. I might play a few horror games. I didn't actually do that in 2017. It was all short, scary stories. I might do some of that. I don't know. I'll think of it. I've got a month to think about this. Excuse me. Alright. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you so much for listening, and that is all for this time. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and share. Also, be sure to share and subscribe for uploads every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Which one? Oh, yeah. It's been a while since I used this. I forgot which one was the actual button. Okay, goodbye.